Mukbang, a mukbangin', mukbang, a mukbangin', mukbang. Oh, we hangin', we bang, oh, we bangin'.
Oh, wait, man, we are having homemade sauce piquante, chicken and sausage sauce piquante on top of some cauliflower rice. We have some Parmesan green beans, a cornbread muffin, yummy, delicious. And we're drinking fruit punch lemonade flavored water. Ooh wee, who want a yummy bite? Y'all, this is a Louisiana dish. Holla at me if you hear me.
What's up, Yummybitestv? Welcome back to another episode of Yummybitestv. Y'all already see it. We're drinking fruit punch lemonade flavored water today. Yes, yeah. That's delicious. Damn, I don't have no napkins. I'm gonna have to get some napkins. All right, let's pray. Amen. Who is ready for this mother flipping mukbang? All right, so we're having some homemade chicken and sausage sauce piquante. Absolutely, this is a Louisiana dish. And we have some smoked turkey tails up in here. We got some andouille sausage. This sausage is bomb. Y'all. Wow. If you're from Louisiana and y'all eat this, holla at me in the comments. You know how good this is. Rate my plate. 1 to 10 for the win. Honey butter cornbread. Delicious. Look at that sausage. Oh my God, it's so hearty. It's rich. Carrots, oh my God. Check out the recipe. I cook all of my meals, for those of you who are wondering. I have a cooking show where I cook all of my meals. Parmesan green beans. First time trying a smoked turkey tail, y'all. Absolutely. Oh my God. There is a lot of fat on here though. Is that fat? Absolutely. Smoked turkey tails are good. My goodness. I usually do smoked turkey next, but these are way better. Have more meat and everything. And I'll be loving you always. This is too good. This is a Sunday meal. Straight up. Yeah, I had to go back to the old school. Yeah, we used to cook this all the time. Rachel used to cook this for us all the time. That's who introduced us to this dish. The flavors are so rich and delicious. Oh my god. Thank God it's the weekend, baby. Thank God. Whew. I got my fan fired up and ready to go, honey. I should have had it over here already, but I just remembered I forgot it over there. But I will go get it if I need it. Good freaking news. Didn't I tell you yesterday that I turned the ice maker on? Because it was probably tired from being ran every single day, having to make ice every day for me and Leia. Because we're the ones who eat ice in the house, right? And so, y'all, I turned it on yesterday, and guess what? Today it is filled with ice, and I forgot to put some in my cup. Yeah, I won't be forgetting from now on though, because yeah, we didn't have it for so freaking long. I just forgot. So how's everybody doing? I'm so glad it's Saturday. Girl, I need a day off. For real. I was gonna work, but I need a day. Oh, this is meat. What? I thought that was fat. Oh, the air hit me. Uh-oh. Mmm. It's hot. I'll run over here and get it real quick. Oh boy. Y'all, stop be sweating that didn't sweat before. So weird. Like my neck is sweating right now. Is it because of this? Girl, give me a second. Girl. Yeah, I think I just had a hot flash. Sometimes I don't be knowing, and I'm just thinking it's hot, you know. It's me, Ski. Y'all, I was supposed to tell y'all the foods that have been recalled. And I literally had skipped over that video yesterday, y'all. I'm so sorry. I need to let y'all know that because that's important. Okay. Yeah, everybody needs to know what foods are being recalled because guess what? They're not telling us.
So there are 4 new food recalls for today, July 9th. I've been providing food recall updates since the Federal Health Agency communication pause, so make sure you're following to stay updated. First, Kraft Heinz has recalled select turkey bacon products.
Did they say Kraft? I didn't know Kraft sold turkey bacon.
The routine testing found possible listeria contamination.
Listeria.
Affected items have a use-by date from August 17th to 25th. A public health alert was also issued for ready-to-eat beef jerky sticks sold under multiple labels after plastic
Beef jerky sticks sold under multiple labels. Just X the beef jerky, in my opinion.
pieces were found in some packages. The products were already off the shelves, so make sure to check your pantry before snacking. Also, Mondelez has recalled several carton sizes of Ritz peanut butter cracker sandwiches due to a labeling error that fails to list peanuts as an ingredient, which does pose a serious health risk or allergy risk. And lastly, Calais grape jelly is being pulled for undeclared artificial dyes, blue 1 and red 40, which can trigger reactions in sensitive people. Check the captions for more details and share this video.
Okay. I hope y'all heard that. If you didn't, just rewind it, girl. Rewind it. Yeah. Anyway, I thought about that and I was like, I literally mentioned it and didn't even tell them what the food items were. So anyway. So I think I have a defective cucumber plant, y'all. It's growing cucumbers, but then they're dying. It's like they're turning brown. You know, just when I think I'm about to get cucumbers, and they're growing in these tight clusters that I'm not used to seeing, so I know there's something wrong with them. So guess what I did, honey? And then my other ones, I don't know, they seem to be doing the same thing because I sprayed that same spray on them too. But they're not growing in clusters like the other plant is. Anyway, today I planted some more cucumbers. I am going to get at least one cucumber this season, y'all. Like, I've been trying to get I even planted my cucumber seeds before it was even time to. So I would have some. Y'all, it just has not been working out. And like my girl said, like, you know, these things happen. It's unfortunate. I feel like I got the worst freaking luck, for real. I have 3 freaking separate cucumber plants, and all of them are doing horrible right now. So, whatever. I'm just letting them do their thing right now. Y'all, this is good. If I didn't already say it. It's so good. Oh my god. Y'all know the young lady that stabbed that girl at her manager at McDonald's? I have this video of her that she made. I just want y'all to see it. And I saw somebody else's video today that said that she was talking about this McDonald's situation, and she said that somebody else, it was a manager though, that killed an employee. And her whole message was just to say, you never know what somebody is going through, so don't like be disrespectful to people, talking to them any kind of way, or you know, pushing them and pushing them and pushing them, and like, you know, you might think that it's a joke and they may be laughing, but it's really not a joke. Like, people are holding stuff in, y'all. People are trying to survive. And yeah, I would suggest just not messing with people. Stop effing with people. You know what I mean? Don't F with nobody. Don't do nothing extra. Just, you know, give people grace. Because sometimes, y'all, people don't have to care. Okay? They don't have to care about your life. Nothing, y'all. And I just like, be the frick careful. Because y'all already know how the workplace is anyway. You know, it's messy and just, ugh. So messy. My girl done threw away her whole life because she couldn't take being disrespected from what she said. And she said the manager told her one day, I'm gonna take my belt off and whip y'all like y'all my kids or something like that. Some people don't like to be talked to like that. Some people don't like to be sunned. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot think that you can talk to every black person the same way. Because some of us do think that. We think that just because they're black, they wouldn't care how we talking to them. You know? Just because they black. If y'all can feel what I'm saying. But some people, they're a different kind of black. And and they're not going to take your mouth like you their mama, or you're their older sister, or you're their auntie or something like that. They may not want to look at you like that. You see what I'm saying? Just like, who is that? Monique. Think that she everybody auntie. And some people like, girl, you know what I'm saying? They're like, they'll disrespect her. You know, and she got to be ready for that. Everybody don't want her to be their auntie. But anyway. Yeah, that, ooh. I do want y'all to see this, this video of hers. Let me see bad music.
I was wrongfully treated today at work.
Okay. This is the video of another place that she used to work before she worked at McDonald's. Listen to this. That's why I said I believe it had to be mental health issues, because
I was wrongfully treated today at work. I was literally physically tapped on a lot of times.
Tapped.
My name kept getting called. I was doing a great job. I kept getting sabotaged, tempted so my button can get pressed and I can go out of character. So although I went out of character, all I could say was stop talking to me. That's all I could say. Stop talking to me. And to walk into my space still bothering me, and I said, get away from me. Please get out of my space if you don't mind. I can't talk right now, and you still continue to touch me. That made me very unhappy. It was ridiculous. Because I know that I'm a great person, and I know I won't be tolerating that. So since they decided to bully me, let the universe show them what's next. Because it wasn't right. It was ridiculous. And there will be hell to pay for that. I was wrongfully treated.
And there will be hell to pay for. Y'all, honestly, she sounds scary to me in this video. That sounds scary. And I feel like she's been waiting to pop, to be honest with you. Just from that video, that's how I feel. That's what, you know. I could be wrong, but that is just how I feel. I feel like this is what's a long time coming. She was talking about freaking staying in character, or you know what I'm saying, or getting out of character with this situation. And it's gonna be hell to pay. Girl, I'm so glad she is in jail. Because I feel like she was a danger to herself and other people. Honestly, I do. And then it was said allegedly that she was involved in something else with a knife. Like, what? Girl, what is going on with you? I wish that didn't have to happen before they, you know, found out what was wrong with her. Y'all, I forgot what was going on today. Let me see what I, oh, okay. So, the big thing right now is all of the Republicans are mad at Donald Trump because they're mad at Donald Trump and what's that girl, Pam Bondi, because they won't be transparent with the Epstein files and who all was on their list. Okay, so basically they left it up to us just to assume that yes, allegedly Trump is on that list, and so is a lot of other politicians probably and celebrities that don't want to be outed. You know what I'm saying? People are like, yeah, something's going on. And they don't want to support him anymore because of it, y'all. It's so weird how that was the thing that made them not want to support Trump. Like, are you serious? Girl, it was that. People have been waiting for something to come up. So where people are like, you know, Trump, what you doing? We can't support this. We've just been waiting. Then there was talks, okay, that he was gonna pardon, what's her name? Ghislaine Maxwell, the one that got put in prison for trafficking, I do believe, for 20 years. Listen to that. And people think that he got some type of connection. There's like, they putting a lot of pieces together. Yeah, I don't understand it right now, but we'll understand it. But they're putting together a lot of pieces that this person has something to do with this person. And I'm like, wow, listen to this though.
Held pardon discussions over Ghislaine Maxwell. You know, Epstein's right-hand woman, partner in crime, supplier. I don't want to think about what her title actually was, but the criminal who's been put away and was arrested in July 2020. He was apparently agonizing over what Maxwell might reveal in court when she was put on the stand. We can now throw this on the pile of evidence that Trump is on the Epstein list, and it's probably, in my opinion, why he ate the list to make sure that no one could ever see it. But the fact that he was so dumb that he thought about pardoning Maxwell before she could get on the stand is mind-boggling to me. Like, you can't pardon Maxwell without it blowing up in your face, right? It would be the most obvious thing in the world. It would be the dumbest thing Trump has ever done, and he's done a lot of dumb stuff. So the fact that his inner circle was able to convince him not to do this is kind of surprising. They said, and I quote, "God, we hope she won't say anything, but we really hope he doesn't pardon her." And excuse me, how do you continue to work for a man when you know he is on the Epstein client list, and you know Epstein's right-hand woman
They don't care.
might rat him out if she gets on the stand, and you're like, well, we hope she doesn't say anything. So Trump actually held pardon discussions over Ghislaine Maxwell. You know, Epstein's right-hand...
So, there's a lot of shady things going around. Okay. Yeah. I was supposed to tell you about this post. But somebody was asked if Trump R-worded your daughter, would you still support him? Y'all. You're not gonna believe what he said, or this person. In freaking saying, is this for a code? What the hell? Here we go. So this person said, would you still support Trump if he R-worded your daughters? And they said, if Trump did that to my daughters, forgiving him would break me. But Jesus calls me to forgive as he forgave me. I'd need his strength every day. It would be the hardest, holiest act of love I could ever choose. But I would still politically support him as my president. Yes. Some sick people out here, y'all. Sickity, sick. I say sick people. Straight up sick. Okay. And y'all, it's so many people making videos talking about this Epstein thing, y'all. They're done with Trump because of the Epstein thing, the Epstein files, y'all. Like, what were they wanting? I want to know, what were they wanting to know? Like, okay, so if you found out that he was on the list, then what? What's going to happen? What's going to happen then? And if you find out anybody else was on the list, then what? Were you just being nosy and wanted to know, or were you wanting him to face some charges or something? Like, what? I don't understand. What is the why does everybody need to know what happened? Like, are y'all gonna put him out of office? What's gonna happen? That's what I don't understand, y'all. I don't understand why that is so important, not anything else, not the cuts to all of everything. Like, I just I don't understand. And something else good happened, y'all, in the courts. Where my girl? She always giving a good news. Where is she? There she go. Listen to this, y'all. This is a trip. When I tell you there's always loopholes and ways that you can get around stuff, like, it is amazing just to listen and to watch, just to see what happens. And y'all, honestly, I don't feel like we should be worried. We should. But I feel like people are fighting in the courts, okay? And a lot of stuff is being stopped and blocked. Little do we know, because there's a lot of stuff we don't even know about that be happening with them. Listen to this.
No, President Trump cannot move forward with his plans to restrict birthright citizenship for babies born to migrants throughout the entire United States. Why? Because one single federal judge issued basically a nationwide injunction. But the Supreme Court said no. What about the... Doesn't matter. How? I'm about to tell you. Today, a federal judge in New Hampshire certified a class action lawsuit being brought by the ACLU against the Trump administration to block his birthright citizenship executive order from taking effect. The class all babies born in the United States who would not have American citizenship granted because of Trump's order. From the bench, the federal judge issued a ruling not only certifying the class action, but also granting the preliminary injunction. Specifically, the judge wrote that this class includes all current or future persons who are born after February 20th, 2025, where that person's mother was unlawfully present in the United States and the person's father was not a United States citizen or lawful permanent resident at the time of said person's birth, or that person's mother's presence in the United States was lawful but temporary, and the person's father was not a United States citizen or lawful permanent resident at the time of said person's birth. President Trump said his original birthright citizenship order would apply to babies born in the United States on or after February 20th. That's why the judge used that date. Now, it's important to know that this judge did not certify the parents of babies as a class, just the babies. And the judge delayed implementation of his ruling for 7 days, so the Trump administration has time to appeal, which they most likely will.
Yeah, they're going to appeal.
It matters, but the federal judge who issued today's ruling was appointed to the bench by President George W. Bush. So you're probably thinking, I thought the Supreme Court just said a few weeks ago that lower federal courts couldn't issue nationwide injunctions that stop the president's actions. That's what they said. Yes, they did. But what the majority of the justices said was, generally, federal judges needed to tailor their injunctions to the plaintiffs who are suing. And as I mentioned in that video when I reported the news, there's a loophole in this. And that loophole is if a class action lawsuit is granted and the class of people is wide enough to protect everyone affected, which may mean that the class applies to those people no matter what state they live in. And that's exactly what happened here. Hours after the Supreme Court ruling came down that narrowed those nationwide injunctions to only plaintiffs who sued, the ACLU filed a request with this federal judge to sue the Trump administration on behalf of a specific class. And that specific class was all these babies born in the United States who would be subject to Trump's birthright citizenship executive order if it were to be implemented. And today, that federal judge granted not only the class, but also granted the injunction that blocks Trump. Now, it's important for you to know that if this ruling is overturned by the appeals court, starting on July 27th, the Trump administration is going to probably start moving forward with implementation of the president's...
Now, what do y'all think the appeals court is going to do? What do y'all think? Who's the appeals court and who are they made up of? Who are they? Do we know who the appeals court is? And who they are? Anyway, I don't know, y'all. Like, it's like whenever good news comes in, here comes the bad news. But let's keep it positive. It's not gonna get overturned. It won't. But what is baffling me is that all this is going on in the courts, but they're still snatching people and deporting people. It's still happening. Are y'all not seeing the same thing that I'm seeing? It's still happening. Anyway, okay. I told y'all that we were going to resume the trucker stories. Here it is. Is this it? Yes. Ooh. Y'all ready? Oh my God. Okay. There's new ones, y'all. Okay. Was driving through the desert one night and a car was stalled out. It was raining pretty hard. A guy named Ronald stopped and helped me out and gave me his business card. Okay. I called the number the next morning to say thank you, only for an older woman to answer and say, Ronald Path. Oh. Y'all, something just like literally went through me. That was weird. I swear, y'all, something just went. Okay. Wow. Anyway. Woo! I called the number the next morning to say thank you, only for an older woman to answer and say Ronald passed away 5 years earlier. Y'all, see, oh my God, I wish he would have went more in depth as to how he helped him out and like, what did he say to him? Just like, what? Y'all, dead people be roaming around, like visiting us. And like he was still roaming around 5 years later. Like, are we really going to be, when we die, are we really going to be roaming around, visiting folks, helping people out? Like, being good people? Like, y'all, oh my gosh. Okay. I be reading too many of those kind of like dead people that be talking to folks and showing up and helping, you know, like, I be reading too many of those. Next one. Seen this one guy show up at a diner late at night who looked really spooked, like he had seen a ghost. He told us that he was hitchhiking when a female trucker in a red and black checkered flannel picked him up off the road. When he got in, he tried to make small talk. Hold on. He tried to make small talk about the dense fog, but something had her in a tense hold, and out of nowhere, she told him about a terrible accident she had seen on that very same stretch of road. It was quite a disturbing story, but not as disturbing as the man trying to describe how she distorted her face in a way that was otherworldly and grotesque that made him yell in fear. He got off quickly at our diner and said the last thing she told him to tell us was, tell them Large Marge sent ya. Tell them Large Marge sent ya. And laughed very creepily before driving off into the night. Whew, y'all, I am chilly. I got these chills, y'all. Me and the rest of the people at that diner were very spooked because that same person he claimed. Oh my God, y'all. Hold on, let me get back to it. The same person he claimed to get a ride from passed away in one of the worst accidents I have ever seen, and it was the anniversary of the very accident that took her life. I'll never forget. Y'all, I don't know if I can keep. It's so scary to me, y'all. So scary. Oh my gosh. Okay. Saw the black dog while doing a run from Colorado, I can't even talk right, from Colorado to Nebraska. Pulled over as soon as I could and took my nap. Wasn't about to fall asleep on the wheel. Also was robbed at gunpoint while working for Shamrock Foods. Wow. What was a black dog? What's that? I work in-house for a trucking company, and the things I've heard are horrendous. Y'all, what is up? Next time y'all want to be mad at a truck driver for going slow or taking up too much room, remember these stories. I never complain about truck drivers. These men and women go through hell to make sure we get the goods we need. To put it into perspective, every single item that is currently in your possession has been on a truck at some point in time. Thank a trucker for what they do. Thank you to all the truckers. I'm going to say it now. Thank you so much, and thank you for putting your lives in danger. Literally, for us. Woo! Okay. Old Route 666. there was an old gas station accompanied by a TP with a live buffalo in the back. They had figurines up in the holes in the side of the mountain. I always stopped at the gas station because it had a little cafe thing in it. Don't know if it's still there nowadays or not. But one night, while resting in the park, a lot of that truck stop. What? My grandpa and I were both sitting in the front seat, him working on his logbook and me just looking at the side of these mountains where they had the figurines in them. Something stood up from inside the holes. Tall, cloaked in shadow, and oddly, oh my God, where's my finger? And oddly proportioned, and came out the holes of this mountain, tall and lanky, y'all, and began walking across the back of the parking lot towards the big TP. I said, "Hey, you see that?" To my grandpa. He looked up, watched it come across the parking lot in the distance, went, "No. And you didn't?" Hold up. Oh my God. His grandpa said no, even though he said he watched it. Oh my God. He looked up, watched it come across the parking lot in the distance, went, "No, and you didn't either." Grabbed my arm and we both went to the bunks where he zipped up the bunk flaps, covered the top window, and told me to go to sleep. He stayed up all night on the bottom bunk until the morning next day. He wouldn't talk about it ever after that, and always tried to convince me that, oh my God, that we, oh my God, y'all, oh my God. And tried to convince me, he wouldn't talk about it, he tried to convince me that we were just tired and the shadows were playing tricks on us. To this day, I think it was a skinwalker. Oh my God. Or a freaking alien or something otherworldly from the native tribes in that area. Y'all. This is scary, y'all, for real. All right. My dad was a trucker in South Texas, Hispanic man, and saw a cartel kidnap a man off the street, and later saw a news article about how they found the body of a Hispanic man near South Padre. Y'all, we used to go to South Padre to party. I swear, I used to put myself in the most dangerous situations. I swear to God. Like, that's my first time going to South Padre to go party with the white folks, because that's where they went and party. And we was like, we about to go party with the white folks this time. And we did. Y'all, we had the time of our freaking lives. I told y'all about this. It was at South Padre. And later on that night, all the white folks were saying, we going across the border to what's the name of that place? As soon as you cross the border, the name of that one, because we literally just walked across the border and walked to a club that was right there. And y'all, as we were walking to the club, we saw all of these pickup trucks with these men with these freaking AKA 47s. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them daggone automatics. All in the back of the bed of the truck, sitting on top of the truck, holding it like ready to do something. And I looked at my friend. I said, what are we doing exactly? I don't like to see guns when I'm trying to have fun. Okay? Like, that's crazy. Y'all, I was ready to go. And then my friend was like, no, come on, let's just go in here. Everybody's in here. I still didn't have fun, because after I saw that, I was literally done. I did have a drink though. I did. But anyway, And then the news article about how they found the body of a Hispanic man near South Padre with his eyes missing and dead on the side of the road. He started working up north after that. I know that's right. Golly. From South Padre. It makes sense because the Mexican border is right there. Oh my gosh. My uncle, who passed away 10 years ago in May, was a truck driver for many years. One night, a man jumped in front of his semi he was driving. The man had a smile on his face as he got run over and died. Effing traumatized my uncle. Rest in peace, Uncle Brian. What? Oh my God. He was ready to go. Oh my God, that is traumatizing. Pulled over in between Palmdale and Hesperia on Highway 18. Woke up feeling paranoid to hearing someone whistling outside my window trying to pull away, and someone had unplugged my airlines. Scary as hell, and nobody was outside my truck, just alone in the desert. Oh, y'all, I'm not going nowhere else in the dark. Like, oh my God. Whoo, y'all, I keep having chills. Like, I haven't stopped having chills yet. Are you kidding? Oh, it's people saying I wanted to do truck driving, but I'm not doing it no more. My dad worked for Pepsi in the 70s. He gave Neil Armstrong a case of Pepsi. Then in the 80s, my dad was a limo driver and drove Neil Armstrong again to a party. Wow. Wow. Okay. So when I was in trucking school, the instructor told me he knew a guy who has 6 different families with children around the country. None of the families knew about each other. What? Oh my God. Hey, that wouldn't be hard to do. Girl, I would never date nobody who was a trucker. Don't ever date nobody that's a trucker, because they do cheat. I'm sorry. I had a best friend and her mom's husband was a trucker. Yeah, most of the time they're not faithful. Most of the time, y'all, they literally have prostitutes. They go to these trucking like gas stations or the trucking places, you know, where they stop. They have girls there that take care of them while they are on the road. Yes, they do. I literally met one when I was in jail. I sure did. Met her. Got to know her too. Literally, when I left, when my time was over with, I was sending her money because I felt sorry for her, because, you know, she didn't have anything. She had nothing, and I was sending her money for a little bit, and of course, you know, it stopped or whatever. But yeah, I got some of my tea. Hold on. Got it. Yeah. So yeah, they be getting taken care of at those truck stops. I was on the road for 15 hours with no sleep. At this time, I was in the passenger seat and just woke up from a nap in Pennsylvania. I thought I was in my bedroom back at home. I started freaking out and told my coworker to pull over. I hopped out the truck and started walking down the highway. What? Why'd you do that? Without any thought going through my head. He kept yelling my name, but I wasn't listening. I don't know where I was going, but he said it looked like I was going into the woods. What? I really don't remember much after getting out of the truck. He thankfully got me back in the truck, but it felt like I couldn't think or control myself. I'm sure being sleep deprived caused me to have panic attacks, but still a very scary situation. Wow. My T.O., I don't know what that means. That's probably trucker, talk. My T.O. said he picked up some young lady one time in the middle of nowhere and drove her to the nearest gas station, which was like an hour and a half away. And when he got there, there was a memorial of said lady he picked up. She legit passed away with her husband 2 days before. Y'all, I can't take anymore. I can't. He couldn't find her anywhere after. Said he couldn't stop crying. He said he was fighting some pretty bad demons at that time. It was a year after his wife passed away. Y'all, I just literally, really. Okay, this is the last one. I'm a nighttime driver. Always wake up at 12 p.m. and drive all morning as my daily routine. I was going through back roads, no service. I was heading to Dayton through Lake Highway. No, I was heading to Clayton, True Lake Highway, New Mexico. There was this random cemetery. My goodness. The nearest stop was about 140 miles. There was a random person walking in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. with snow. Full black. Yeah, I can't. Full black clothing. I couldn't even see a face or nothing, but I could feel that he was looking at me. I did not look back. I just accelerated. I know the fuck right. Oh my God, I still get chills from it, and I'm getting chills right now. I can't. Girl, I I can't even talk. Nobody better not ever ask me to go nowhere at night. I'm not ever doing nothing at night. I'm not going to the country at night. I'm nothing at night. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Y'all, that's it. When we come back, do y'all want me to finish? Y'all, there's over 15,000 comments. Oh my gosh. Anyway, y'all, that food, y'all need to try sauce piquante. Okay, it's delicious. It's easy to make. I made it the easy way. Okay, so just watch my recipe on my cooking channel at Cooking Keto with Yummy Bites. It's linked in the bio. But that was a 50 million out of 10. 50 million out of 10, y'all. Okay, for the win. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Follow me on the family vlog channel. Follow me on my cooking channel at Cooking Keto with Yummy Bites. Like I said, all of my links are in the description box. Purchase my cookbook, my digital cookbook. It is linked in the description box. And yeah, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do what? Thumbs up this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. For everyday videos. Hey, hey, and I will see you guys on tomorrow. Peace. What? Peace. Y'all come back now. You hear? Bye, y'all. Love y'all.